What's going on, everybody? So, there's a delay, which means that when I first went live, you probably saw me looking down at my phone because I was checking my email before we got started. So, here we are. It's good to see you all. You can see on the screen our current subscriber count. It's about it looks like it's about a 20-second delay or so. Yeah, we're 138 subscribers away. So I don't know if we're going to get there during the stream or not. We'll stream as long as I can, but dinner time I'll have to give it up. So I actually have to go pick up a rental car in a little while because I'm speaking at a school in Northwest Ohio tomorrow, up not too far from Sandusky. And so I have to pick up my rental car, and I'm driving up to my hotel late tonight after my son's soccer practice. So I'm actually going to record the next Vlad the Impaler video before I leave today. After this stream is over, I'll have to do that. So I got a lot I'm trying to do today. Also recorded a new video for the gaming channel, which just finished up. So we're going to do a little bit of everything in this stream today. We're mainly just killing time, seeing if we can get the last 138 subscribers during the stream. But it looks like my two eldest just got off the bus, so they may be coming in and wanting to talk to me, so I may mute you guys for a second if that happens. That's my junior and my 8th grader are getting off the bus. But thank you once again to all of you guys. Appreciate all of you. And one of the greatest compliments that I can give to each one of you who are a member of this community is that I get a ton of comments from people saying, man, I read the comments on your videos and everybody's so nice. Now, part of that is that the very, very rare negative comment that I get, I usually delete unless it adds something to the conversation. I don't mind if people are negative toward me if they're telling me I'm wrong about something, but if they're just trying to be jerks, then I'll just delete it. So that helps a little bit with policing that. But for the most part, it's just, I think, the kind of community that we've attracted here, which is a great credit to all of you who are a part of this. Yeah, the 100K stream does feel like yesterday. I went back and watched a little bit of it today. It was May 17th was our 100K stream. So what, 3.5 months, almost 4 months to get to 200K. Again, all the credit to you guys. That is fantastic. It's awesome. And I appreciate all of you for helping make that happen. So I thought it'd be cool. We're going to do a lot of things here. You can see the number kind of fluctuates. It goes up and down. That's just kind of pretty common. We're going to play a little bit of GeoGuessr. I'm going to show you guys some clips for some of the upcoming original content from Vicksburg. Some of the unedited clips. Just give you guys a little preview for joining this stream today. And who knows what else we're going to do. I mean, we'll do whatever. So maybe do some Q&A. But this is actually the subscriber count since the beginning of this year. If you're new to the channel was created in July of 2020 with the intent of posting my historic site visit videos. Well, that was in the middle of COVID. I couldn't travel, and I lost a whole year of traveling for my speaking job that I have with Rachel's Challenge. So I wasn't doing any traveling. So on the suggestion of some people on my gaming channel, I started doing some reaction videos to Sabaton, and it just went nuts. And so then I kind of expanded and started reacting to other things. Let me move my chat thing so that I can see you guys a little easier on the chat. I have it all the way over on the right side right now. So there we go. But anyway, so this is the Amari I do, and I'm glad that you're around a lot. So this is the beginning of the year. So January 1st of this year, we had 1,485 subscribers. I started doing daily content in December, late December, I think it was. So January 1st, 1,485. So then you can see how it started to really grow during January. By February 1st, we had 9,000 on the channel. Hey, Nathan. What's going on, everybody? Illinois, very cool. So that was February 1st. March 1st, we almost tripled. We're up to almost 24,000. Take care, Oswald. And then it really goes nuts in April. We go from almost 24,000 in a month. We hit 51,000. So it's interesting too, because a lot of you guys are watching this and you're probably remembering about where it was when you joined, and so you're all part of this story, which is really cool. So if it hits 200,000 this stream, I will go nude and run in the streets proclaiming the regulars are coming. Alfred, thank you. Appreciate that. Creative name, what part of Indiana? I lived briefly in southern Indiana. Netherlands, Toronto, that's awesome. Mexico, very cool. So let's see, where were we? April 1st, we were at 51,000. And then May 1st, it slowed down a little bit, but we were at 73,000. And it was on May 17th that we hit 100K during that stream. And that was just nuts. It was so fun. A lot of you were here for that stream. My wife was here for that one, but she's actually at work right now. She's doing her internship. She is going to school to be a school counselor. So she's interning at an elementary school right now for the last part of her master's degree. She'll be graduating with her master's in May. We're all very proud of her. So you won't let me... If any of you were here for the 100K stream, that's exactly what happened. People kept unsubscribing to keep the number just below 100K, and so it kept kind of going back and forth. And you can see that video. It's still live on the channel. Tom, what part of England are you in? Physics, engineering, homework. John, well, I'm glad to be a bit of a distraction from that. Ems LT from Michigan. I love you anyway, despite where you're from. You wonder who the first person was to subscribe to the channel? It was probably me. I probably subscribed to it from my gaming channel, but beyond that, I don't know. It was probably people from my gaming channel that I told about. I think we got like 100 or 200 initial subscribers from that. So, all right, so that was May 17th. So then by June 1st, we were at 114,000. I remember being at 109,000 in Georgia because you guys hear me talk about my friend JD all the time from History Underground. If you haven't seen his channel, check it out. I think it's the best historic site content on YouTube anywhere, and I absolutely love it. He was the one I was down in Georgia with. At the time we were there, I was at 109,000. He was at 117,000. And I passed him while we were there. And we've been both growing pretty steadily since then. I'm going to hit 200K today. He's at like 187,000. So I love seeing other channels that I think have great content grow. So London, very cool, Rad. All right, so that was June 1st. We were at 114,000. July 1st, we got all the way to 160. So we had a really good June. Slowed down a little bit in July, but YouTube does slow down in the summer as far as growth and views go. 181.5 on August 1st. And here we are today, 115 away. So thank you for all that. Mate, I watch both kinds of football. I watch American football and I watch the rest of the world football. Squidward, what part of Scotland are you in? I have not been to the Taj Mahal. I have never been to Asia or Europe. In fact, I can tell you that all the countries I've been to. I've been to 48 states in the United States. Only Utah and Rhode Island remain for me on that list. And then I've been to Canada, the Bahamas, Belize, Mexico, Costa Rica, and Honduras. Those are all my countries. I've seen Cuba off the deck of a cruise ship, but haven't been to Cuba. See, people go. It goes up and down. That's just a thing that happens. We're 115 away now. 116 away, I guess. It's called soccer. It depends on where you are. Birmingham, sports TikTok. My people's country. That's where my family is from in England. That's where my mother's side of the family is from. My mother's father, my grandfather, who raised me, his family comes from the Jewelry Quarter in Birmingham. They all went to St. Martin in the Bull Ring. That church is where most of my family went to church 100 years ago. And then on my mom's mother's side of her family, from West Brom and Tipton. What did I think of Costa Rica? It was beautiful. Honduras was not dangerous where I was. I was on the island of Roatan. I wasn't on the mainland of Honduras, so I'd love to visit Nuremberg. See, it's going up and down. I'm gonna go off of it because it tends to do better when I'm not actually on it. Small village in Ayrshire, so that's near Glasgow. No. Got a favorite American football team? Yes, I'm a Cleveland Browns fan. What's my opinion of Twitch? I think a lot of people like it. It's not really my thing. I used to stream to Twitch from my gaming channel. Rad, I like both footballs. What's my favorite video on my channel? Probably the oversimplified Civil War video. Although right now I would have to say that my favorite video on my channel is the one that has the most views. So that would be... Here, I'll show you guys. I'll let you get a little glimpse behind the scenes here of what I see on the statistics for my video. Yes, I think the Browns are going to win the division. When am I going to tour with my band? You know, I used to do music. I've written a lot of songs over time. Oh, I would love to go to Brazil, Wander. So here's my most viewed video. It's the reaction to History of the Entire World, I guess. This was my original oversimplified Civil War video, which is unlisted now because I redid it. But as you can see, almost all of the top videos are oversimplified, but I also don't get any money off of those. For some reason, the Napoleonic Wars one is monetized, but most of the other ones, the money goes to oversimplified. I've made oversimplified like $40,000 in ad revenue from my reactions. Payman from Iran, very cool. I have a friend, one of my fellow speakers with Rachel's Challenge was born there. What's my favorite world football team? West Bromwich Albion. And then the Rangers from Glasgow. My music, I actually mostly did solo stuff. So like playing in cafes and wineries and stuff like that. So I do a little bit of everything. I do a lot of country just because my voice suits country. I do some contemporary Christian stuff. A little bit of Ed Sheeran mixed in there. Stuff like that. Watching from Edinburgh, very cool. I cannot wait to get there. I have not done the oversimplified football war yet. I have not been to Europe, actually. Every country I've been to is in North and Central America. All right, so let me give you guys a little preview of some of the upcoming videos that I've got that I have not edited and made live yet. So I've got a lot, actually. I've still got stuff from my Massachusetts trip. So, for example, I don't know why my previews aren't showing up here. I did videos from the site of the Boston Massacre and the Granary Burying Ground, which is where a lot of the founding fathers of America are buried. I've got stuff from Plymouth Plantation, Plymouth Rock, and Mayflower. What is the deal? I don't know why it's not showing my previews. I think my stuff's archived for some reason. Favorite nation's flag? Oh, it's the UK. I'm a Union Jack guy all the way along. I have not been to Bermuda. You did get me to sing Sabaton for the 100K stream. Maybe we'll get to do that again. We'll see. I have been to Canada. I actually live about 3.5 hours. I can drive to Canada. If I could fly, it'd be even closer because I only live about 100 miles from Canada, but Lake Erie's in the way, so... I have been to D.C. many times. And Simo, thank you. Appreciate that. Finland, yes. I'm a big fan of Finland. I hope to get there someday. Canada, I was in Toronto, Niagara Falls, that area. Favorite anthem, other than my own country's anthem, I like God Save the Queen, and I really like the Russian national anthem. I think it's great. I probably won't do anything about 9/11. I tend to shy away from more recent stuff. I did not go to Ohio State, but most people in Ohio are fans of Ohio State. I actually went to school in Pennsylvania. Austin, not going to get into modern stuff, sorry. Do your mouth split in half when you talk, like on South Park? What's the most exotic or weird food that I've eaten? Honestly, I don't eat a lot of weird foods because I'm a really picky eater. I tend to, like, when I go to a restaurant, I tend to get the same thing every time. So I don't try exotic things, really, honestly, ever. Swiss Game Guy, I'm going to be in Europe. Was supposed to have been there already, but because of COVID, I didn't get to go this summer. But definitely going in the spring. Hopefully sooner than that. Sudan, very cool. Let's check in on the subscriber count. Oh, we only went up by 1 that whole time. Okay, now we went up to there. We're going up a little higher. We're still 111 away, though. A long way to go. Favorite Sabaton song, 82nd all the way. Do I think history education is good or bad in the U.S.? Honestly, it's only as good as the teacher that you have. That's really about it. If you have a good teacher who's passionate about it, I think it can be very, very good. Yeah, this hoodie's actually from my gaming channel. The History Guy one that I'm wearing. That's some of my gaming channel merch. All right, I promised you. Let's take a look at something from the upcoming stuff. It's on an external hard drive right now. That might be why I'm having trouble getting the previews to pull up. Vicksburg. Okay. So let's show you a little bit of the upcoming stuff from Vicksburg. So here was the guys that were part of our tour group. I don't know if any of you are in the chat right now, but we had 12 people show up to tour the Vicksburg battlefield. And this guy that's talking right here, that's Ryan, who you'll see often in the chat offering a lot of really good insight. He's got a degree in history. He's a lawyer in Jackson, Mississippi. And it was his uniform that I borrowed to do the stuff that you'll see me doing in uniform coming up. And he was a huge help that day because he used to work as a park ranger. So he really knows his stuff. Which is better? I've never heard the northern version of Dixie, so I can't really speak to that. Let's show you some more stuff from Vicksburg here. What can I find that's really interesting? It's hard to tell just from looking. Oh, this was really cool. Check this out. All right, we're at the Texas Monument, and we've been all kind of joking and laughing about this. This is kind of interesting. Check out the Texas man here. He's got a six-pack. He's got hair on his chest. Yeah, so he's got a neck beard. So only the Texas Monument would actually have a six-pack on the guy with his shirt exposing his abs. And he's got chest hair right there. You can see the stars. He's got a neck beard going on. Texas, just fantastic monument. Tenebrification. What do I consider modern history? For me, for the purposes of what I do on the channel, 1990 is about my cutoff. I try to keep everything I do earlier than that because you get post-1990 and people's emotions get very heavily involved. I've even noticed that some, when I talk about U.S. presidents from the 80s, I get a lot of angry replies. And so, honestly, I sometimes wish I had bumped it back to before my lifetime, which I was born in 1977. So my second favorite subject that's not history, probably science. What do I mean? All Texans look like that. So, all right, we are at 199, 902. So we're 98 away. Oh, 97 away now. Greetings from Ireland. Very cool. What else can I show you from Vicksburg from the upcoming videos? How about... This is one of my favorite drone shots I've ever done. The Raymond battlefield. Raymond battlefield, they have this long row of cannons. And it was a lot of fun shooting video. Actually, I'll do this one here. Shooting video of the cannons at the Raymond battlefield. And just kind of running down the length of the Union batteries. What state do I think has the most interesting history? Probably Virginia. About the rebel yell. Transylvania, awesome, very cool. I love Romania. Awesome to have you. I wish I could pronounce your name, but I know I'd mess it up, and I don't want to disrespect you in that way. So, Star Wars or Harry Potter? Ooh, probably Star Wars personally, but Harry Potter's pretty awesome. Who would I have supported during the Revolution? Probably, I would have been a loyalist to the king. I'm a monarchist at heart. Yeah, so I think that I probably would have been a loyalist, and my ancestors were pretty evenly split, loyalist versus patriot. Favorite regional restaurant? Ooh, interesting. It's a fast food place, but I'm gonna have to say In-N-Out Burger. I was a big fan when I was in California. Ate a lot of it while I was there. Chemistry is cool. I like chemistry. Biggest phobia? I don't know if it's a phobia, but I'm a parent, so I'm afraid of anything happening to my kids. That's my biggest fear. I do have a bit of an aversion to conflict that's kind of unhealthy. Like, I will find excuses to leave the room if there's conflict and I don't have to be involved in it. Like, there was now it depends on the situation and my role in it. I'll give you an example. I was at a meeting at church the other day, and I'm the pastor of my church, part-time. And typically, we have an amazing church. It's the best church I've ever been on staff in. And it's very, very rare for there to ever even be the slightest disagreement in a meeting. But we had two guys that were legit arguing with each other. And normally in that situation, I would just kind of like want to go curl up in a ball in a corner somewhere, or I might even like go to the restroom while that's happening. But being the pastor, it was my role to step in and deal with it and kind of call both guys out for how they were acting. And, so it was a different role in that situation. But I also don't like conflict from the standpoint that, like, when my wife and I bought a minivan years ago, my wife wanted to negotiate the price. I would have just pulled out the money and been like, here's the money, thank you, and been on my way. But, because I don't like the conflict of, like, negotiating over prices and things like that. She's very good at that kind of stuff. So I'd make a terrible salesperson. I haven't seen Ken Burns' jazz documentary series. We're 87 away from 200K. Awesome. But, all right, let me see if I can find you another one here. So this is cool. This is this is me actually in the uniform at the Raymond battlefield. When the 20th Ohio went into battle here at the Battle of Raymond, they went into those woods down a 9-foot embankment to a creek and up the other side where they fought right at the edge of the woods on the far side. Their reinforcements that came along stayed back behind this fence, a good 50 yards or so behind the Ohio boys, who were all by themselves up front along the creek on this side. There were 2 other regiments on the far side of the road with a battery in between to support them. They fought in this spot for several hours, inflicting 2-to-1 casualties on the 7th Texas. So this was a lot of fun being at Raymond because my ancestor, Sam Hughes, was in Company H of the 20th Ohio, and they were in 23 battles, including Vicksburg, Champion Hill. They were at the battles for Atlanta. They were at Shiloh, Fort Donelson, but Raymond was the battle where they took the most casualties because they were the front line unit. They were the ones that got ambushed because they were in the very front of the division. So it was really cool being able to dress up in uniform and go to that spot where my ancestor was. Yeah, we do have 2 Franklin Roosevelts in the chat. Where's the blue cap, Nathan? Most of the soldiers in the West by that point in the war had gotten rid of their kepi hats, if they were ever given kepi hats at all, because of the sun and the heat. They tended to go with the slouch hats because it would cover your neck and things like that. So if you look at video from, or pictures from the late war in the Western Theater, you'll see very few kepi hats. Hey, from Moscow, very cool. Washington or Lincoln? Ooh, Lincoln, but it's close. And somebody asked if I was woke. I think, depending on your definition of it, probably not. Fallen impact, it was. And, you know, I go to a lot of battlefields, so I don't always feel that. But there are certain places that I've been to where you absolutely, at least for me personally, I absolutely felt it. For me, the moment for me where I felt it the strongest, I'll actually show you guys this video. I was kind of saving it, but not everybody's going to see this. So I don't know if it's in the Raymond one. Maybe I'll pull it up on my channel. Drake. Favorite historic musicians and composers. I'm a big Beethoven fan. Buddy Holly more recently. Those are two of the big ones for me. All right, I want to show you this video because this was something that I unexpectedly got emotional. And the folks who are members on the channel have already seen this, but I'm going to let you guys see it too. After we're done with my Vicksburg series, where I show you the videos from Vicksburg, I'm doing another series that I recorded at the same time, where I used the diary of a soldier in the 20th Ohio Infantry, which is the unit that my ancestor was in. And I go to all the sites like Port Gibson and Raymond, and I read his diary entries from those sites. And this is
May 12th.
This is his journal entry after the Battle of Raymond. And it's kind of long, but let's watch this. And then I'll answer your questions as soon as it's over, so you might want to save your questions for a moment. And I don't know how the volume's going to be on this. You might have to turn your volume up a little bit to hear it.
Raymond.
And I should explain, where I'm sitting is exactly where this guy fought. So I'm, you know, right here is a creek down in a little embankment. And the 20th Ohio was on this opposite bank from where I'm sitting, maybe 10 feet away, firing. So the stuff I'm reading to you happened about 10 feet from where I'm sitting. And I'm in uniform. And it got really emotional for me when I read his story of what happened at the Battle of Raymond.
Roused up early and before daylight marched. The 20th in the lead. Now we have the honored position and will probably get the first taste of battle. At 9 o'clock, slight skirmishing began in front. And at 11, we filed into a field on the right of the road, where another regiment joined us on our right, with two other regiments on the left of the road, and a battery in the road itself. In this position, our line marched down through open fields until we reached the fence, which we...
So right now, where I'm sitting is right inside here. This is where the creek is. And so this is the fence he's talking about. And then I'm just sitting right inside of here.
Scaled and stacked arms in the edge of a piece of timber. No sooner had we done this than the boys fell to amusing themselves in various ways, taking little heed of the danger about to be entered. A group here and there were employed in euchre, for cards always seemed handy enough where soldiers are. Another little squad was discussing the scenes of the morning. One soldier picked up several canteens, saying he would go ahead and see if he could fill them. Soon after he disappeared, he returned with a quicker pace, with but one canteen full, saying, when asked why he came back so quick, "While I was filling the canteen, I heard a noise and looked up and discovered several Johnnies behind trees getting ready to shoot. And I concluded I would retire at once and report." Meanwhile, my bedfellow had taken from his pocket a small mirror and was combing his hair and mustache. Said someone to him, "Cal, you needn't fix up so nice to go into battle, for the Rebs won't think any better of you for it." Just here, the firing began in our front, and we got orders: "Attention, fall in, take arms, forward, double quick, march!" And we moved quite lively, as the rebel bullets did likewise. We'd advanced but a short distance, probably 100 yards, when we came to this creek, right here, the bank of which was high. But down we slid, and wading through the water, which was up to our knees, dropped upon the opposite side and began firing at will. We did not have to be told to shoot, for the enemy were but 100 yards in front of us. And it seemed to be in the minds of both officers and men that this was the very spot in which to settle the question of our right of way. They fought desperately, and no doubt they fully expected to whip us early in the fight, before we could get reinforcements. There was no bank in front to protect my company, and the space between us and the foe was open and perfectly level. Every man of us knew it would be sure death to all to retreat, for we had behind us a bank 7 feet high, made slippery by the wading and climbing back of the wounded, and where the foe could be at our heels in a moment. However, we had no idea of retreating, had the ground been twice as inviting, but taking in the situation only strung us up higher to determination. The regiment to the right of us was giving way, but just as the line was wavering and about to be hopelessly broken, Logan dashed up, and with the shriek of an eagle turned them back to their positions, which they regained and held. Had it not been for Logan's timely intervention, who was continually riding up and down the line, firing the men with his own enthusiasm, our line would undoubtedly have been broken at some point. For 2 hours the contest raged furiously, but as man after man dropped dead or wounded, the rest were inspired to more firmly hold fast their places and avenge the fallen. The creek was running red with precious blood spilt for our country. My bunkmate and I were kneeling side by side when a ball crashed through his brain, and he fell over with a mortal wound. With the assistance of 2 others, I picked him up, carried him over to the bank in our rear, and laid him behind a tree, removing from his pocket watch and trinkets, and the same little mirror that had helped him before his last toilet a little while before. We then went back to our company after an absence of but a few minutes. Shot and shell from the enemy came over thicker and faster, while the trees rained bunches of twigs around us. One by one, the boys were dropping out of my company. The second lieutenant in command was wounded. The orderly sergeant dropped dead, and I find myself in command of the handful remaining. In front of us was a Reb in a red shirt, when one of our boys, raising his gun, remarked, "See me bring down that red shirt," while another cried out, "Hold on, that is my man." Both fired and the red shirt fell. It may be riddled by more than those 2 shots. A red shirt is, of course, rather too conspicuous on a battlefield. Into another part of the line the enemy charged, fighting hand to hand, being too close to fire and using the butts of their guns. But they were all forced to give way at last, and we followed them up a short distance when we were passed by our own reinforcements, coming up just as we had whipped the enemy. I took the roll book from the pocket of our dead sergeant and found that we had gone in with 32 men in our company. We came out with but 16. One half of our brave little band, but a few hours before, so full of hope and patriotism, either killed or wounded. Nearly all the survivors could show bullet marks in clothing or flesh, but no man left the field on account of wounds.
So that was, and there's more to it than that, but that gives you a little sense of what I'm planning to do with the 20th Ohio series. So what's going to happen is once we're done with all the videos from Vicksburg, you're going to get to see a whole second set of videos where I go back to all those same places that you're seeing now in the Vicksburg series, but you're going to see it only from the perspective of the 20th Ohio, with me reading this man Osborne Oldroyd's diary entries. So I'll go to Port Gibson and read what he wrote about Port Gibson. I'll go to Raymond, read what he said about Raymond. I sit in the siege lines right where the 20th Ohio was on the siege line, reading his entries about what was happening at Vicksburg. And then his division was actually the first division to march into the city. In fact, their brigade was the first brigade to enter Vicksburg after it surrendered. So lots of people here. Yeah, we got 300 in here. Awesome. Let's take a look and see where we are on subs. So we're still about 80 away. I'm going to try to stream as long as I can until we get to 200K. We're doing pretty good so far. I think we were about 150 away when we started, so we've made up half of that so far. Awesome. Let's do some more questions, and then I got another video that I want to show to you. What phone do I have? I actually have an iPhone 12, and all the videos that I shoot, all my historic sites videos, I do with the iPhone 12. I used to have a Galaxy S20, but the iPhone 12 does a lot better video for it. So, hey, Jose Carlo, hello, how you doing? I would love to visit Switzerland. I was actually watching some travel videos from Switzerland last night. One of my favorite travel channels is Kara and Nate. I don't know if you guys have ever seen them, but I was watching their Switzerland videos. What made me decide to make YouTube videos? Necessity. I started my gaming channel 4.5 years ago because my job was only part-time. Was full-time part of the year. So like September, October, November was full-time. The rest of the year, only part-time. And so I needed something to supplement my income, something to do with my time because I was pretty much a stay-at-home dad. And so that was when I started the gaming channel. And then I started this one as an outlet for my historical content. Ever wanted to try ghost hunting? It's not something I'm really all that into, but it is interesting. What president had the best mustache? Probably Grover Cleveland. Am I planning to come to Texas again? Yeah, at some point. Subtitles do go on my videos automatically. Just usually takes a few hours. The Browns, I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting. Have I ever been to Ireland? No, I have not. What car do I drive? I have a 2014 Hyundai Sonata, but I'm getting a Tesla in a couple months. I'm trying to save up for a down payment on a Tesla. Chris, you filthy monarchist. Favorite World War I battle? Belleau Wood. All right, I want to show you one more because it's connected to that other one. Let's see. Oh, you know what? It may still be on my phone. I might not be able to show it to you guys. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Actually, you know what? I think I did upload it. Short 91, thank you. Appreciate that. Teslas aren't as bad as you would think. I'm not planning on getting a real high-end Tesla, that's for sure. And plus, you save a lot of money in the long run. Oh, looks like my daughter's streaming too, so both streaming at the same time. Interesting. Hopefully, it doesn't affect the performance too badly. I'm looking to see. No, I don't have that other video up. Darn it. I wanted to show you guys a video from the National Cemetery, but I think it's still on my phone. Because that guy that I read about, I visited his grave. The guy who was killed in that battle in that last video. Favorite resource to get historical content? Do you mean like on YouTube or a website? Van Buren has some pretty impressive facial hair. Favorite Pacific War battle? Midway. I don't know if I have a opinion on the best World War I general, but Pershing's the one I find most interesting. I know, very American focused, but I'm an American, so. Favorite Civil War battlefield west of the Mississippi? I haven't been to any, so I can't really speak to that. Can I say a sentence in German? Ooh, probably not effectively. Give me a few more weeks on that. I haven't done my German lessons for a while. I would love to visit Ghent, Belgium. I think my daughter and I have very different subscriber bases. I don't know if a shout out from her would really help me all that much. Her channel is called Gory Gaming 24601. Most devastating event in history. Oh, wow. Probably something in China, one of the Chinese civil wars, I would think. Neil, glad you caught me live. Favorite North African battle in World War II? El Alamein. Who do I hate more, Woodrow Wilson or Andrew Johnson? That's like saying, do I hate getting punched in the face more or getting slapped in the face more? I don't know. They both suck. Jaden, am I a loyalist spy? Yes. Favorite state and why is it Kentucky? Zach, it actually is Kentucky. So congratulations. What part of the bluegrass state are you in? I do not know anything about Holodomor. My favorite game of all time. It's probably the one I'm playing a lot right now on the channel. Grand Tactician, the Civil War. My daughter did start writing a book. She's a phenomenal writer. Best prehistoric leader. If they're prehistoric, we don't know about them, right? I mean, because that's the nature of history, is that history is when we started writing things down. So, by definition, we wouldn't know anything about a prehistoric leader. All right, we are 68 away. All right, I'm going to turn that off for now just because sometimes when I show the count, it goes up slower. I'll type my daughter's channel in the chat. There you go. Favorite alternate history scenario. What if Theodore Roosevelt won the 1912 election? I love Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Favorite historian. I like Dan Jones. British historians, really. Dan Jones is pretty cool. I like... who's the guy that does the British monarchies? David Starkey. He's pretty cool. I don't agree with a lot of his stuff, but I like him. Prehistoric leader T-Rex. Uhtred Ragnarsson or Alfred the Great? Oh, Alfred the Great. I would love to visit the Wilmer McLean house. I haven't been to Appomattox yet. I need to get there. No, I don't think my daughter's jealous of my recent success. I think we both kind of cheer for one another. And she kind of set the bar, man. I mean, she blew me away early on, so it took me a long time to pass her. Do I like Clash Royale? Well, it's funny you mentioned that because that's actually typically what I play. I was playing it right before the stream started. I'm at 47.59. I've been kind of stuck there for a while. Dan Snow is very good. I like Dan Snow. I think his Twitter handle is The History Guy. Can I do a backflip? No, I cannot. Sing a Confederate song. All right. Let's see. We are a band of brothers, a native to the soil. I'm trying to remember the words to it. Give me a second. I got to pull up the lyrics for Bonnie Blue Flag because I can't remember. And then I'll sing a Union song. Here we go. Now, I do not endorse these lyrics. I'm just singing what they are. We are a band of brothers, a native to the soil, fighting for our liberty with treasure, blood, and toil, which I always thought was interesting because it wasn't really their toil, was it? When first our rights were threatened and the cry rose near and far, we raised up high the bonny blue flag that bears a single star. Hurrah, hurrah, for Southern rights, hurrah, hurrah for the bonny blue flag that bears a single star. Dirty Reb. All right, to balance that out now, I will sing my favorite Union song. I have two, but it's definitely got to be this one. Lee Greenwood has a fantastic version of it. Let's see. Oh man, I'm forgetting how it starts now. I like, I'm a big fan of the Rally Round the Flag, but my favorite's got to be Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is tramping out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He has loosed the fateful lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on. Andrew, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm very grateful. And, you know, every time you guys support this channel, whether it's donating like Andrew just did very graciously, supporting through Patreon, or just watching videos and letting the ads play, you are helping me to not only continue to do this, but also to be able to continue to travel and bring you more and more original content, which is really what my passion is. I love the reaction videos, and I know that you guys do too, because that's what gets all the views, and so I'll always do them. But the reaction videos for me are a means to an end. Those are what allow me to be able to do the historic site content and the original stuff. So, what countries have I visited? Canada, the Bahamas, Honduras, Belize, Mexico, and Costa Rica. Simon Bolivar or Marquis de Lafayette? Again, I'm an American. Marquis de Lafayette. Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. We ain't gonna jump no more. I'll have to sing that one when I go to Europe next year. Silver standard or gold standard? Ooh, gold. Favorite Band of Brothers episode? Ooh, that's tough. I like them all. I think it's probably episode 2, Day of Days, the Normandy one. Does skipping ads prevent my revenue? Yes, it does. Every time you skip an ad, that's a little less money than I make. And that's okay, I get it. But just so you know that. I have been to Chillicothe, Ohio. In fact, my great-great-great-great uncle, his house was the original Capitol building. His name was Thomas Abrams in Chillicothe. Chillicothe was the first capital of Ohio. Multi-Arch, thank you so much. I comment often on how it's too soon to tell the consequences of recent history. How long would a fair amount be? Honestly, I don't know if there's a specific time, but I would say at least a generation, because as long as you are like 20, 30 years out, you still have the people who are emotionally tied and heavily biased toward that. It takes a long time to see the after effects. You know, we don't always see the effects of a decision right away for a while. So, yeah, I need to do a book recommendations list. You guys keep asking for that. I need to find the time to sit down and actually make that happen. Do I get revenue from premium subscribers? Yes, I do. There's a percentage, and it actually breaks it down, and it tells me how that is. Favorite Last Kingdom episode? Ooh, it's been a while since I've watched it. Let me think about that a bit. Gosh, I can't think of any one episode off the top of my head. I tell you, the one I hated the most was when... who's the father? Is it Beorca? Is that his name? The one when his wife dies. Oh, that was brutal, because he's my favorite character. I actually absolutely loved that character on there. From Stirling, Scotland. Awesome. Daniel, I absolutely want to get there sometime very soon. And when I do, I will let you guys know, because I'd love to do a meetup. We got a lot of fans in Scotland. Would love to meet up with you guys out there. I'm also going to be doing... probably Saturday this week, there's going to be a patron and member-only stream. That's something I'm offering as a perk. So it'll be like a stream, but it'll be private. So it'll only be for the patrons and the people who are members here on YouTube. So that'll be coming. Do I play Civilization? Yes. In fact, I was just talking to some of the mods on the Discord server about doing a live stream of Civ 5 this weekend. So we might be doing that on the gaming channel on Saturday. The episode when Alfred the Great gives the letter to Uhtred. Yeah, that's good. Alfred the Great was one of my favorite characters on there. Shine, Jesus, shine. Oh, wow, I haven't heard that song in forever. Do I think Atlantis was an actual place? In some form, yes, but probably not the way that people think of it. Hey, we're 50 away from 200K. Sorry, Nathan. Do a limerick. Oh, all right. Give me a second. Let me come up with a limerick here. I'm gonna give you a good historic limerick. Let's see. There once was an unsmiling rhymer who ceaselessly studied his primer and versed like no other to win back his lover, that tuneless and tone-deaf two-timer. I like that one. That's pretty good. So there you go. I gave you a limerick. Leon, thank you. Appreciate that. North Yorkshire, very cool. I have Dan Carlin's Hardcore History. I've only listened to his Supernova in the East series, but it was fantastic, and I definitely need to get to some more. I haven't had a lot of time in the car lately, but I have an hour-and-a-half drive tonight up to Avon, Ohio. And speaking of which, if any of you live in northern Ohio, I'm doing a speaking event tomorrow night that is open to the public at the Holy Trinity School in Avon, Ohio, up on the northern part of Ohio, 6:30 tomorrow night. I'm doing Rachel's Challenge there, so How do I have so many historically important people in my ancestry? You know what? Everybody does. I just know about mine. That's really the only difference. I've spent 30 years almost researching my family tree now. So I just know more about my ancestors than most people. Pretty much everybody has that kind of ancestry if you dig into it. So we are 45 subs away from 200K. 44 now. I'd love to visit the Philippines. Giza, Egypt, another place. Boy, I want to visit everybody. Will I create my own Reddit community? I know there are a couple of unofficial ones out there. I haven't really visited them. I don't use Reddit. Maybe I should start. Oh, we just went back down. The Celtic Holocaust, I'll have to check that one out. Will I be going to Vic 2 in my Britannia Let's Play? Yeah. Boy, I haven't played that in forever. Brennan, I am going to the Sabaton concert in Youngstown. I got confirmation this morning from the record label that they've got me on the guest list and that I should be expecting to hear from Sabaton's tour manager in the next few days about that. So I haven't heard from the tour manager yet, but I do know that it's confirmed. They've got me on the guest list. Now, I don't know if that means I get to meet the band. I'm really hoping it does. But I do know it means I get into the concert for free. So excited about that. Reddit is a cesspool. I know my teenage daughter, uses Reddit. What do I think of Hitler's paintings? I don't think they were bad, really. When's the next Grand Tactician stream? Oh, maybe we'll do that this weekend. Have I kept up with the Kardashians? No, but my wife did. And a lot of times I'd be in the room when she was watching. All right. So let's go off of this for just a second. We're going to do a real quick famous places GeoGuessr here. And there's a delay, so you guys probably won't be able to help me too much. But Sky Deck. Oh, this looks familiar to me. I've been here. Oh, it's Willis Tower. Oh, it says right there. Look at that. Okay, I know where that is. That's in Chicago. In fact, I was just there the other day. I flew into Chicago anyway. Specifically where Willis Tower is, I think it's somewhere in this area, but that's probably close enough. Yeah, I was 1 mile away. All right, cool. Well, that's an odd question on a first date. All right. Ooh. Let's look at this kid's shirt, because I think that might be a clue to where this one is. Is that a baseball shirt? No, is that a soccer shirt? Ramirez Gonzalez, Jonathan Samuel, thank you, appreciate that. I would love to get into some Mexican history. Yeah, in particular, maybe like the Mexican Revolution. Santa Anna's an interesting guy to me. His story is fascinating, so that's one we might have to check. Nate, Carlo, I'm with you. I still tend to call it Sears Tower as well. I have no idea where this one. I have not researched Middle Eastern modern history, no. I haven't heard the song The Sacred War. It's Endor. Is that Gatlinburg? Okay. I wasn't sure if these were all going to be the U.S. or not. Gatlinburg's over here. I've been to Gatlinburg a few times. We'll say Gatlinburg. No, it wasn't. It was, it was Rapid City, South Dakota, that area. My wife and I were going to go there for our honeymoon. Or for, not our honeymoon, our anniversary, which was this week. But my son's just got too many like cross-country meets and soccer games going on, so we weren't able to get away. A particular area of history I'd like to learn more about. Yeah, Asian history. I don't know a lot of Asian history. Admiral Yi was one of my first real dives into Asian history. Well, this is Paris. You can see the Eiffel Tower right there. I'm going to be there next spring, and I'm super excited about it. Not planning on spending a lot of time in Paris. Eiffel Tower's right over here on the Seine River, isn't it? That's probably as good as anywhere right there. Oh, it wasn't even close. It's over here. I was 1.8 miles away. Steel Commanders? Yeah, I did a reaction video to Steel Commanders a couple weeks ago. Do I think if the Confederates won Gettysburg, they would have won the war? No, I do not. I don't think it made as big a difference as a lot of people think. This has got to be Mecca, right? I mean, this looks like it's the Hajj in Mecca. And some guys got masks on, so it must be recent. Yeah, that's got to be Mecca. We have a Mecca, Ohio. It's about 25 minutes away from me. So if it's the Hajj, it's got to be near the... let's go right here. Hey, that was pretty good. 395 yards away. Not bad, not bad. I know some Native American history. I'm actually doing a book right now on Native American history because I'm planning to go to the Little Bighorn battlefield this fall. And I want to be able to give some really good background into what led to the Battle of Little Bighorn. And a lot of that has to do with the Native American history. So I'm trying to study up on that. Matt B., thank you. Appreciate that. I have never been to Kansas City. I need to be there. I'd love to go there to cheer on the Browns this weekend, but that can't happen. But yeah, that's definitely on my bucket list. And go Browns. Sorry, Matt. Scottish history. Yeah, I know a lot of Scottish history. Favorite area of history, not Civil War, British medieval history. This is the, well, that's the Great Wall of China. The question is where, because that's really, really long. So it could be anywhere on the Great Wall, right? So let's just guess, like, I don't know, right here. See how close I got. 778 miles away. It was all the way over by Beijing. John, definitely want to get to Berchtesgaden. I absolutely want to go to the Eagle's Nest. I haven't been to the Imperial War Museum. Let's see where we're at. Let it update. All right, we are 41 away, 40 away, 39. Come on, guys. Let's get there. Favorite natural wonder of the world. Grand Canyon was fantastic. It looks like my younger child is home now, I think. I thought I heard a bus. Maybe not. Oh, yeah. He's here. Cool. Oh, I don't want to play the same map again. Are there other maps that we can do? If I do famous places. Oh, UK. Ooh, let's do the UK. Yeah, there's about a 20-second delay on the stream. Dan Carlin's Hardcore History. I've only done Supernova in the East so far. Ooh, where is this in the UK? All right, UK people, help me out here. Does anybody recognize this? Mount Street. Where's Mount Street? City of... Oh, it's Westminster. Aha! I cheated. I read the sign. I know where that's at. I might even be able to find Mount Street if I look long enough, but I'll just guess, like right here. Have I ever been to Africa? No, and I'm not familiar with Japanese history, unfortunately. Oh, it's all the way up here, okay, by Hyde Park. That's 1.3 miles away. Ooh, this is a tough one. This is more in the country. There's really nothing that's going to help with this one. It's a garage. Turfray Nursery. I don't know if that helps me or not. I'm just going to totally guess on this one. I'm going to guess that it's like up here, maybe in Lincoln. Ooh, no, it was way down in Cornwall. I wasn't even close. My goodness. My wife's got ancestry from Tavistock, which is right here. Her great-great-grandmother was born there. All right, let's check on the subs before we do this next one. See where we're at. Oh, we're getting close, guys. 34 away. Won't be long now. Let's take a look at this one. King George VI. Love King George VI. Let's see. Open reach. I don't know if that gives a clue or not. Stoke Park Drive. All right, that's got to be a clue, right? Where's Stoke? I'm actually not sure where Stoke is in the UK. Hey, Tony in Romania. Very cool. Who I think is the greatest British monarch? Edward III for me. This one looks like Akron. Nate, I don't think it's Akron. Wow, where's Stoke? Is that in the north? I don't think it is. How many subs is my daughter on? She's still at around 170,000. Southeast? Why do all UK houses look the same? Andrew Hickey. Do I think if Napoleon won Waterloo? I think probably not, because I think the coalitions were just going to keep on coming until he ran out of manpower. But who knows? I could be wrong about that. They might have settled. But that's just my own. You think it's above... Oh, Stoke's above Birmingham? Okay. So up this way. Oh, yeah, Stoke-on-Trent. I knew that. That's in... and is that Derbyshire? Let's guess that it's up in that area. Oh, no, it was at Ipswich. Oh, my goodness. I have an Ipswich jersey on the way, Ipswich Town, because their sponsor is Ed Sheeran, and I love Ed Sheeran, plus I love their colors, so I got a personalized one with my last name and my favorite number on the back. Thoughts on the Electoral College? Necessary and not going anywhere. I know a little Dutch history, not a lot, unfortunately. Let's see where we're at. Oh, we're getting close, guys. 25 to go. Awesome. I don't know a lot of Jewish history. My daughter's boyfriend is Jewish, so we're learning a lot along the way here. If this were Cuyahoga Falls, then we would have seen more homeless and 7 inches of snow. Tough but fair. Tier list of states based on their sports accomplishments. Interesting. This is Wales. This has got to be Wales, right? I mean, just looking at the hills and stuff, this feels like Wales. Although with the lakes, it could be Scotland too. Can I read what that sign says? Oh, this is Ireland. Northern Ireland. It's got to be. That looks Irish to me. But it's a UK map, so it's got to be Northern Ireland, right? Nottingham Forest. My father's family's from Nottingham, actually from Edwinstowe is where my paternal line comes from. Not a lot of Swedish history. All right, we're going to guess somewhere out here in the country. Let's go with Catesbridge. No, it's got to be on the water, right? Let's go here. You're saying northwest? I don't know. See, I think it's Northern Ireland. Oh, it was Scotland. Ah, way up here. Darn it. Man, I was way off on that one. Nathan got it. He knew it was Scotland. What was I doing before YouTube? Same stuff I do now as a speaker for Rachel's Challenge, which is an organization where we promote kindness and compassion in schools. Yes, I'm hoping to visit Hastings someday. All right. Wow, this is like not a lot to go on here. 30. Is that the speed limit? If so, that's not very fast. Can't read anything there. Oh, this is going to be a tough one. Nottingham Forest has won more Champions League trophies than Manchester City. Oh, ouch. True, though. My favorite Manchester City player is fictional. It's Jamie Tart. I love me some Ted Lasso. Although he doesn't play for him now on Ted Lasso. George VI didn't bully his kids. What are you talking about? He's a good father. I think you're thinking of George V. George V is remembered by his daughters as a very good father. All right, here, we get a little bit of sense now. Bitter Steel, Enemy at the Gates, Habsburgs, Ottomans, and the Battle for Europe. Interesting. Thank you for that recommendation. Stowe, hey, you're right up the road from me. That's especially considering the series on Vlad the Impaler we're doing right now. Charlie Elliott, George VI did not bully his kids. Please stop saying that or I'll mute you. You're making things up. I think Manchester United is going to be interesting with Ronaldo back. Favorite Man United player? Pogba. My son loves Pogba, so do I. All right, so where does this look like it is? Anybody recognize this? I can't quite read what it says. Check the subs. Okay, let's check it. 22 to go, guys. 22 to go to 200,000. Crazy. Never thought I'd get there. Looks like the Midlands. All right, let's go Midlands then. How about let's try, I don't know, let's go like somewhere between Birmingham and Leicester. How about Bosworth? Nah, it's not Bosworth, but we'll go right there. Oh, it was not the Midlands. Is that Norfolk? All right, so not great for me on that one. Congrats from Costa Rica. I have been there, Miguel. I love Costa Rica. I was at the Arenal volcano. I've been to San Jose. 20 away. Favorite sport, soccer, a.k.a. football to the rest of the world. Yes, Charlie. Yeah, you're thinking the Queen's grandfather, Charles or George V. Since I'm into UK basketball, do I follow the NBA? Yes, I'm a Cleveland Cavaliers fan. We'll do some Finnish history at some point. 19 to go, guys. 19 subscribers away. Let's find one more GeoGuessr to do while we wait. Oh, well, maybe we'll just watch it if it's going to keep climbing like this. We'll do some Q&A while we wait. Don't unsubscribe, you jerks. I know you like to do that. I have been to California a couple times. Romania, awesome. We've had quite a few people from Romania. I like Man from the High Castle. Or Man in the High Castle. The Fernando, thank you. Guy Bloke, I'll have to check it out. Always like to promote a good channel that might be new. I have seen the second 300 movie. What if Edward VIII didn't abdicate? I think that might have been bad for World War II because he was kind of pro-Hitler. Favorite soccer team? Here in the U.S., Columbus Crew. In England, West Bromwich Albion. And in Scotland, it's the Rangers. Would I become Emperor of Ohio if I got the chance? Yeah, why not? See, there you go. You people are unsubscribing. It happens every time. Don't unsubscribe. I want to sleep. Everybody wants to be the 200K. That's why I'm going to not show it for a little bit. It's like the ball drop at Times Square. Except for having to be there for 12 hours with no bathroom. I have not been to Europe yet, so I haven't been to Belgium. What's the Battle Royale? Country Battle. Alright, we're going to do a Battle Royale here. I'll probably lose horribly. Favorite Holy Roman Emperor, Charles V. Alright, let's take a look here. Wow, that's not a lot to go on, is it? And how's this work? You miss it, then you're out? Is it something like that? Do you get any hints? Wow, now I can't even see anything. And I can't even get hints from you guys because there's such a delay. I'm just going to guess the U.S. I was wrong. I'm out already. Nope, nope. Germany? I'm knocked out. That was terrible. I'm going to do the distance one, I think. Distance battle is probably more my speed. Let's see where we're at. Oh, see, you people are unsubscribing again. What the heck? This is why I can't show you. This is why we can't have nice things. I'm not a beer fan. I'm more of a mixed drink guy. I had somebody give me a really nice bottle of whiskey when I was in Vicksburg, one of the guys that showed up for the tour. Oh, it's so good. I had like a tiny bit of it and it kicked my butt, but it was really, really good. All right, we're getting ready to start. All right, 986, we're 14 away. As soon as this Battle Royale is done, we'll check it again. Edward the First is Chad. Yeah, he's pretty good. Bismarck or Wilhelm? Bismarck. This is in Asia somewhere. Beyond that, I couldn't really say. And I don't know if time matters in this. We're going to guess China. How far away am I? 586 behind the next person ahead of me. Well, we're going to knock out 3 in the first round? Dang. Should I switch to South Korea? Yeah, that gets me a little better, it looks like. That didn't help me any. Looks like I'm safe, though. Oh, it probably is Japan. Yep, it was Japan. Osaka. All right, we're 13 away. 12 away. I think we'll get there by the end of this quiz. All right, there's a Hyundai plant. That's Honda, not Hyundai. But it's the U.S., so I'm guessing it's an assembly plant. Tesco. Where's the Honda assembly plant? It's in the south somewhere. That actually might not be the U.S. There's a Honda there. Look at that. Yeah, that's not the U.S. I don't know where that is, though. Tesco's the UK? Okay. So, yeah, English, that makes sense. Yeah, it's not... All right, let's go Oxford. Where does Honda have a big building like that? Hyundai, Honda. Well, the Hyundai's got a crooked H. That's Ohio. No, it's not Ohio. I barely survived on that one. Oh, no, it was... Dang, that was Singapore. Or Malaysia. Kuala Lumpur? No, it was down here. It was Singapore. See where we're at. Oh, we're 11 away. All right, let's take a look here. That no entry sign. That's got to mean something, right? This is Africa. I'm guessing this is somewhere in Africa. Botswana. Okay. Oh, quickly. Where's Botswana? That's down here. Nice. Do I think Camilla should be queen? Yes, I do. Any places I want to visit? I want to visit a lot of places in Germany. I want to visit Aachen Cathedral. I want to visit Nuremberg. I want to go down to the Berchtesgaden, the Eagle's Nest. Let's see where we're at. 92, we're 8 away. Oh, 8 away. And I'm down to the last 5 in this. All right, this looks like the UK. But I don't know if it is. Just feels like it. It's not though. Well, oh, that's I know what that means. It's France. Is that Belgium? Yes, I think it was Belgium. Wallonia is Belgium, right? Has nobody else guessed yet? Yeah, this is a delay, so by the time you guys all said Belgium, I'd already picked it, thankfully. See where we're at. go. 5 away. By the end of this next question, we might be there. All right. This looks like... I want to say this is going to be South America, like Chile or something. But let's take a look at this sign. That doesn't mean anything to me. That doesn't really help me a lot. But I'm going to guess that. Like southern Peru. How close am I? That doesn't help me any because nobody else has guessed yet. Turkey? Oh, yeah, that's a possibility. Anatolia. Yeah, that's Turkey. You're right. Totally Turkey. There we go. I think we're going to make the cut here. Barely. Yep, it was right there. All right, let's see where we're at. Oh, we're 4 away. And there's 3 of us left. Thank you, Thomas. All right, what is Andorra? Andorra's in... I mean, it doesn't mean it's Andorra, but it's got to be Andorra, right? Isn't Andorra down here somewhere? I forget where Andorra is. I know it's in Europe. It's that tiny little town. Oh, it's right here. Now we got to guess what part of Andorra. Let's guess right there. I'm 1,300 yards different than this guy. Oh, no, I'm out now. 270 yards difference. There we go. Ha ha. I'm closer now. A difference of 160 yards. Don't you pass me. Awesome. 12 seconds. We did it, guys. Awesome. Thank you. You guys rock. There it is. We got to answer this last question, though, because we're down to the last round, but 200K it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you, all of you. Let's do this last one, then we'll celebrate proper here. I have no idea where this is. This sign's the only thing that can help me, and it's not really helping me. All right, we just got to guess. Let's guess Western United States. I am 4,000 miles away, so not even close. How about Spain? Now we're 800 miles away. Southern France? Closer. Switzerland. Nope. He's going to get me. Austria. Nope. Looks like I'm going to get second. Oh, it was way up here in the Netherlands. All right. So there it is, guys. We did it. 200,014. Thank you guys so much. I am going to wrap it up right there because I'm going to go see my kids and see how school went for them. Plus, I have to pick up my rental car. But thank you guys so much, not only for joining the stream, but for your subscriptions, for your continued support. Check out my gaming channel. I don't do content every single day on it, but the link's in the description. And thank you guys to everybody who donated. We'll see you again soon.